Welcome to Okra's channel. Thanks for watching today. Let's talk about a tease or easy to defeat the Hollow Crow in Lords of the Fallen. Now, this particular battle here is a little bit on the tougher side, just simply because the Crow herself is going to have a little bit more of a wide range of attacks and can sort of cover the entire arena. But we'll get to that in just a second. Now, when you first go into the battle here, you're going to notice the girl form of the Crow is sort of like a little ghost in the middle. And as soon as you go in there, go ahead and lock onto her and use your Umbral Lamp to pull the parasite out of her. And when you do that, all the little summons that she has around her, like the wolves and the little enemies here, they're going to fall down, and you're going to get several slices in with your sword of the little parasite that's out here. And then, of course, when she pulls the parasite back in, she's going to disappear for a second and then reappear somewhere else in the arena. Now, if you've killed any of the enemies, they will reappear when she reappears inside the arena. Now, I really don't recommend killing any of the enemies in Phase 1 here, except for the wolves, because they are very fast and more powerful, and it is a little bit hard to dodge, and they're going to get in your way more. And so when she reappears and the wolves are there, go ahead and take out the wolves first, and then once they're out of the way, then go ahead and use your Umbral Lamp once again, pull the parasite out of her, attack it, and of course she's going to disappear, reappear, the wolves are going to reappear again, kill the wolves off again, and then pull the parasite out, and then once again attack the parasite. Now, between all these little rounds that are happening here, if you want to go ahead and use your Umbral Lamp to go ahead and find the enemies who are walking around and pull out their souls to replenish your ability to pull the parasites out, that's a really good idea right here, just simply so you have the opportunity to never have to pause and do this later on. It's easier to do it in Phase 1 than it is later inside the match. But once you've taken out her full HP bar, she's going to disappear, and the Crow in the background is now going to do the massive all around the arena attacks here. The first one's little icicles are going to come out of the ground. They can, of course, explode on you, hurt you that way, also slow you down if you run by them. There's another one that's like a little ice tracker. It's going to come out of the ground, sort of follow you around like a little mole underneath the surface here, and it's going to try to hit you. But in order to avoid pretty much all of these, what I recommend is just simply going all the way up to the crow's nest and just running back and forth in front of the crow's nest, avoiding most all of the attacks here. For the most part, none of the ice crystals are going to appear that close in front of the nest, as well as it's very easy to avoid the little molehill that's coming after you, or the little ice tracker here, if you can just simply keep it in one direction, going back and forth in front of the crow's nest. To me, this is the best spot to be to avoid most of the attacks and easy for you to dodge. Now, after like 30 seconds or so, the crow is going to finish up her attacks, and it's going to go back to the little human form or the ghost form of the crow for round 2. Now, this particular round is very similar to the first round, except instead of having wolves, you're going to have basically archers, or essentially like spellcasters who can cast out ice spells on you. They're going to come flying across the arena. And so instead of taking the wolves out first, you're simply going to lock on, use your javelin, or use whatever throwable you have, or just simply run up and attack them and kill off all of the casters or the spellcasters around the arena. There are only like 2 or 3 of them, but they will not reappear at all as long as you don't kill off any of the other enemies. And so you kill them off, and at that point, use the exact same strategy. Go up to the little ghost here, use your Umbral, pull out the parasite, attack the parasite. She's going to disappear, reappear, but none of the spellcasters are going to reappear, and you continue doing this particular step over and over and over until all of her HP is gone. Now, at this point, the crow is going to get mad again in the background, and he's going to do more of these same all around the arena attacks. Now, in this particular crow phase, what I'd recommend, instead of going back and forth in front of the nest, I recommend going back and forth perpendicular in front of the nest, running up to it and running back away from it. And this way you can actually sort of see which attacks are coming at you and roll left or right to avoid those. And to me, this is much easier than staying close to the nest in Phase 2. Now, the third phase is absolutely the hardest phase that there is. And by this point, if you haven't already taken enough damage to go into the Umbral world itself, I do recommend it for this particular phase. Just because there are so many enemies, they're way more powerful, and if you have her in the Umbral, you can just simply run up there, get one slice in, and then run away and wait for her to reappear. And you just simply want to make sure you stay away from the outer edges, because if you go out there, it's like a little ice windmill that's happening, and you will take damage. So you have to stay fairly close to the center, avoiding the enemies. No reason to take them out. Wait for her to reappear, run up, get one slice in, and just simply run around, dodge everyone's attacks until she reappears, get that one slice in. And truth be told, the third phase here is way easier if you're already in the Umbral, just simply because it takes so long to pull the parasite out of her, and you probably will get attacked because the enemies are so fast and so many in this third phase. Now at this point, when she passes away, you're now in the final stages here. The crow in the background is going to flop down, and all you have to do is go up to the crow, stab your weapon into the eye of the crow, and you have won the battle. This is a long battle to go through. It's not fast, but if you follow these steps, I think you'll have a much, much easier time with the Hollow Crow. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos listed up above, and as always, go out there, find a great game to play. Simply have a great rest of the day.